So I recorded this all the way back in June. Um, it's now October. I don't know why I just never uploaded it. It was mostly edited. All I had to really do was add music. But here it is now. Also I apologize that like half of my commentary for these characters is, oh, this was interesting. They're interesting. And then not diving into what I find interesting. I'm really bad at articulating my words. I have a lot that I want to say, but I don't have the way to express it, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, that's it. So yeah. Okay, so I already started the tier list before I realized that it wasn't recording. So I guess I'll just re-explain everything real quick. Yosuke and Shinji are probably my two absolute favorite characters in all Persona, just so far. Like, I haven't played 1 and 2, or I haven't played Persona 1 or Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. So this is based off of Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5. As for spin-offs, I've played some of Strikers and a little bit of Q, but that's it. And as for Persona 3, I played Reload and part of Portable. I reached 10-3 a day before 10-4 because I couldn't get. I'm putting it off. I don't know if I could do it again. So Portable's on hold right now, but that's kind of what my opinions are so far based off of. I like Yosuke a lot. I don't blame anyone if they hate Yosuke. Like, if someone goes, I hate Yosuke, I'm like, yeah, that's fair. He is extremely realistic depiction of a teenager, especially in the year that this game came out. So I entirely get if someone doesn't like him, but he was really chill for like first part of the game, and that's like when I really liked him. And that was before he started getting like a little weird. But even then, I still liked him afterwards. Of course, there are times when I want to slap him in the face. Obviously, he has some very apparent flaws, but I think that's what makes me like him more. And I think with the knowledge of his scrapped romance kind of puts all of his actions a little bit into a different perspective, but I mean, it still doesn't excuse it. I still want to slap him a lot, but yeah. Shinji's cool, man. He's he's just cool, and then he likes cooking and he likes the dog. And I find everything with Akihiko so interesting. And I wish he had more time. I wish we had more time with him. I know Reload added a whole lot to him, and for that, I am grateful. I don't think too positively about Persona 3, but Shinji, that's the shining light of the game for me. I love him so much. Tatsuya, probably my favorite protagonist next to Joker. He's so cool. He rides a motorcycle, he punches Nazis, he kills Hitler, although fake, but it's not actually him. But still, he's so cool. Maya. Maya's my girl. She's just a bundle of positivity, and it reminds me a lot of Kaede from Danganronpa. And I think I just like characters like that. I need them in contrast to my pessimism. Kichi's the bro. He's just an eccentric visual K rocker. He's awesome. He's such a bro. Lisa's my favorite lovers girl. It's so strange because I don't really like the lovers or kind of girly girls. Yukari's okay. An is fine. She's probably my second favorite lovers girl. And I hate Rise. Yet, Lisa's like Rise and Chie fused together, and yet somehow I really like her. I don't know what it is about Lisa that makes her different. Yuki, I like Yuki a lot. I think she's cool. I like her relationship with Maya a lot. But wow, is this not her story? She's kind of just there in Persona 2. Story does not really involve her at all. Everyone else was friends when they were like kids, and a big part of the plot revolves around that, and she's just not part of that. So she's kind of here. I do like her, but this is not her story. June just suffers from lack of screen time. Like, I still really like June, but he comes in like the very, very end of the game, towards the middle to the end of Act 3 of the game, and I think he suffers a little from it. That being said, I still do like him, but yeah. Alright, I'm just going in order of characters I know. Makoto. Makoto. I think Makoto's a cool protagonist. At the time of recording, I watched 2 of the Persona 3 movies. I had to stop after the second one because it upset me a little more than I thought it would. They made that so much more painful. Holy crap. But I will be watching the other 2 tonight. I like the personality they gave Makoto in the movie. He has personality in the game, for sure. Kind of like this I don't care attitude. Like, so many of his dialogue options are just I don't care or okay, thumbs up. Like, it's really funny. I do like it, and I like his what seems to be character progression in the movies. Kari gets mad at him, and he has that talk with Natsuki, and I think he's slowly learning to just care. I think, I don't know. He's funny, and he's kind of, I like his design a lot. Like, he's kind of just, he looks emo, and I like it. And also, he looks awesome shooting himself. Yukari. I don't hate Yukari, but she's just kind of meh to me. She has some funny lines. And I don't know. I like her relationship with Mitsuru, I guess. That's kind of it. There are other characters I just like infinitely more, I think. I like Junpei quite a decent bit. Before I started the game, I thought maybe he'd be like my favorite. Like, I'd be obsessed with him, like, be like pure and S+, but that turned out not to be the case. I was a little disappointed, actually. In Reload, I started to like him with the Chidori stuff, and I do really like that, but I finished his Link in Portable, and I think that made me like him a whole lot more. Like, he's my best bro in that game, whereas in Reload, he didn't feel that way. So I'll put him an A+, yeah. I do like Junpei a lot. I like his character arc. He's the best bro. Like I said, I like his social link a lot in Portable. That makes him really feel like my bro. And I think almost every time I got max points, because we have that synergy. We have that bro synergy together. Oh yeah, in the movies, I feel like show his jealousy a whole lot more to Makoto, because he's jealous that he's not the leader. I feel like they expanded upon that a little bit more, like it's shown a lot more, whereas in the game, it was like once or twice, but I feel like I forgot about it really quick. And so when he apologizes, oh yeah, I guess you kind of were at the beginning, but now I haven't gotten that sense for like a couple months now, bro. Akihiko Sanada. Akihiko's weird, because when I played Reload, he was like down here in C or B. Didn't care about him at all. There's something about Reload, and the way it portrays him feels completely different to how it does in Portable. When I started Portable, I noticed this immediately, that there was just something different. And Portable has brought him from like B tier up to S tier, and I don't know what it is. He was making me laugh a lot more. He's sillier somehow, but I feel like most of his dialogue is still the same, so I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. Even in the movies, I think I liked him more. I don't know what it is with Reload Hiko that just feels so different. With him and Shinji, he's the reckless one. He's always looking to fight. In Reload, I never got that. They were telling me that, but I didn't
feel it. They would tell me what he's like, but I feel like I didn't see that. Portable, and like it seems every other iteration of him has brought him up to S, and now he is like a brain-eating worm in my mind. I love him. Mitsuru, I think I have to put her here. Or here. I don't know. I think the movie brought her up to B. Don't really like her character type. The more smart, stoic type characters I just don't really connect with. I don't know. I don't hate her. She's fine. Like I said, I like her relationship with Yukari, but that's... I think about it. And during 10-4, I was a little mad at her. During 10-4, I was a little mad at her because it took them to get back to the dorm for her to finally realize what was going on. And the movie fixes this so much. As soon as they're like, oh yeah, Ken and Shinji aren't here, Akihiko Mitsuru like immediately realized what's going on, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Cause in the game they made me so mad. How do you not remember the date your friend's life changed entirely? I don't understand. And then Makoto pissed me off in that fight because he wasn't doing anything. He was just standing there. Thanks, Makoto, in the movie. Fuka, she's got some funny lines. She is kind of silly, but I don't know. I don't feel too much about her. B is looking to be the women tier. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Aigis. Okay, here we go. I do like Aigis. She's funny. And she's just like me when I saw Ryoji for the first time. I saw him and I was like, I don't trust him and he's ugly and I don't like him. And then she's like, I don't trust you and you're ugly and I don't like you. She's just so funny and she's really cool as well. I don't normally romance characters in Persona besides Shinji. But I romanced her in Reload because it felt right. It just felt the most right and the most natural for Makoto. And I'm not even a big shipper at all or anything. And it just felt right. And I think that whole thing about her trying to understand her emotions and how she's feeling and other people's emotions, like, it's really sweet. I like Aigis a lot. Alright. Koromaru. Now when I first played Reload, he'd probably be in C. And my thing is, he's just a dog. But now, I don't know whether to put him in A or B. I feel like B. Or, I don't want to put him above the girls. I don't want to say like just the dog more than... I guess here. I don't know. I think I've come around to like Koromaru more. And yes, I think it is because of Shinji. But yeah, I don't have any more to say. It's Koromaru. It's a dog. I really like Ken. Basically, okay, I like what I call the tragedy trio, which is Shinji, Akihiko, and Ken. Everything surrounding them is really interesting to me, and I really like it. I don't like a lot of things in Persona 3, but the one thing that I do really like and I think about so much is those three. Everything with those three just it's rotting my brain. I really like Ken, and I will defend him with my life. He's just a little 10-year-old that was traumatized. I don't understand why there's some people that violently hate Ken. I don't get it. I feel like it's always the people that like Shinji but aren't brain-rottingly obsessed with him that hate Ken, whereas the people that are brain-rottingly obsessed with Shinji also really like Ken. That's just an observation I made, but yeah, I'll defend their son with my life. I haven't played the answer yet, so I can't give an opinion on Metis, but she looks cool. I'm excited for the answer. This includes social links too. I forgot. Kenji. Okay, controversial opinion time. I like Kenji. In Reload when I played, Kenji was my bro. Now in Portable, I'm playing as Femc, so Kenji's not really there. So my bro is Junpei. But before that, it was Kenji. Kenji was my bro. Alright? And hear me out. I don't like his social link, okay? I think it's kind of boring. In fact, this goes for a lot of the social links in Persona 3 for me. I don't really like a lot of the social links themselves, but I do really like the character. I don't like Kenji's social link a lot, but I like just Kenji. Everything outside the social link I do like him. I like his weird friendship with Kaz. What a strange duo. I like them together. I like when we go work at Wild Duck and he's late and side of the social link, I think Kenji's fine. And I like him. Okay? I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand why people hate him. Like what? He likes older women? Is that it? I don't quite get it. He's just a teenage guy. Alright? I don't want him to become a victim, but if he does, it's not his fault. Like, it's the fault of the other person. And in Portable, it seems like that she does use him, which is messed up. But that's not his fault. Like, I don't understand the Kenji hate, honestly. Hidetoshi. Hidetoshi is like, I almost want to move Kenji up, honestly. I don't... Here, actually, I'm gonna move Fuka down. Honestly, I'm gonna move these characters down, and then I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hidetoshi is so unintentionally funny. Like, yeah, he's kind of an ass, but he goes through character development to be less of an ass, but like... That's not why I like him. I like him because his entire social link revolves around this one little cigarette in the bathroom, and he does not let it go until like the last rank. It's so funny. Keep going back to him to be like, okay, is he still on about the cigarette? And he just was. And it's so funny. Like, why is so unintentionally funny. And also, during the school trip, that's when I learned that he's friends with Keisuke, and I like their conversations together. Those conversations were funny. So I like his weird friendship with Keisuke, another unexpected pair. The old couple. I like the old couple. I like them. They started a little bit higher on social links, and then they kind of, like, I don't know. I like them. They're fine. I don't have much to say about it. I don't have much to say about them, but I like them. Well, I like them, but do I like them that much? I wouldn't put them in the same rank as Hidetoshi. I don't know. Yeah, I like these characters on the same level, I think, but the rows themselves aren't tiered. Because I know my friend likes to rank them in the rows as well. Oh yeah, I like Akiko from Makoto, so he goes right here. Mine aren't like that. Maybe I will make them like that. I don't know anyone else that does their tier list like that, but maybe I'll do that. Because otherwise he's gonna be like, oh, why do you like Hidetoshi over Koromaru? But I'm like, no, I like them about the same. I don't know anyone else that micro organizes their tier list like that. Kaz? I like Kaz. Yeah, I like Kaz. What can I say? It's the same problem that I have with Linji, is that his social link to me is not very interesting. In fact, I think it's very repetitive. But I do like Kaz as a character. I like his interactions with Yuko. I like his interaction with Kenji a lot. Chihiro. I didn't do Chihiro's social link, but I've seen bits of it, and she sounds very insufferable. I've seen a little bit of it, and she's weird. And yeah, I don't like her. And also, I didn't like the first impression of her. She just seemed like this. It seemed like they really wanted me to like her. and I don't, so I just didn't do her social link. But for Yumi, bro, she's weird. She's weird. It's fucked that you have to do her social link to get the motherfucker that repels Fizz. And he doesn't even repel all Fizz in this game. So, yeah. And even more fucked up, you have to get to rank 4 to unlock Tanaka's social link. How messed up is that? I had to go to rank 4 to unlock him, and he's one of the best characters in this game. That's a messed up. Messed up. I hate her. She's weird. Ugh. Keisuke. I like Keisuke. I like Keisuke. I think his conflict of whether he should be an artist or be a doctor is real interesting, but I get it. He's choosing what he wants to do. But then he kind of circles back around to, oh yeah, I just want to be a doctor. It's fine. I like the rank where he's going to leave and people just like keep collapsing, which stops him from leaving. It's so funny. Yuko. I liked Yuko, and for the little bit I knew her. And then we got on kind of a bad foot because I think she was upset and I didn't ask her what was wrong, and she got mad at me for it. And the reason I didn't pick that option is because if she doesn't want to talk about it, I won't make her talk about it, and I won't ask, right? She got mad at me for not asking. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to ask. And then she like yells at you, and it kind of hurt me. Like I'm sorry. I don't know. And then it started making me question a lot of interactions I've had with people, and I'm wondering, oh, was that wrong of me to do in so many situations like after that happened? So yeah, and honestly, since then we've kind of been on not great terms. Her social link is fine. I like teaching the kids track, but then like towards the end she starts getting a very obvious crush, and I don't really like it. I don't know, I don't like it. So yeah, I don't hate her. I think there are moments where I do like her. I like her on the trip in Portable, like the tennis trip with her and Kaz. That's funny. But I don't know. There's a couple things that it's kind of personal, like the way that she yelled at me for that, and it hurt. And I still think about that. Like sometimes when I just interact with people, I think about that, and I'm like, am I doing the right thing? I already have those thoughts already, but I just feel like she made it worse. Maiko. I like Maiko. She's just a little kid dealing with her parents' divorce. Her dad is awful, and I want him dead. Her mother is not too much better. I want to save her. Like, she's just a little kid. When it comes to little kid characters, like Ken and Maiko and Nanako, I think I just want to protect them. There are people who hate kids and like kid characters, and I'm like, how could you? They're just a little kid. Sparrows. Okay, this is kind of for the funnies, but also kind of real. Started as a joke, because he just shows up in your bedroom in the middle of the night. He's like, the fall is coming, or 1 week until the full moon. The concept of this random little kid just showing up in your room in the middle of the night at the foot of your bed is really funny. And then he's like, hey, do you want to be my friend? And I was like, yeah. Now we're best friends. You're my best friend, Pharaohs. And it started off as such a joke, but it's weirdly he kind of actually started to grow on me from just calling him my best friend as a joke. And now he is my best friend. So yeah, forget Kenji and Junpei, like, is my best friend. Not up. Pharaohs is my best friend. Bebe. Okay. Actually, Bebe might go up here. Oh, no, I'll put him in A. Bebe Nation, rise up. I love Bebe so much. They threw together the funniest traits ever. Most random traits ever. He's extremely French, and he loves Place Japan. And that's how you get the funniest character of all time. I love him. And he, on top of that, he is so sweet. Like, I love him. It started off because he's so funny, and then it was because he's just really sweet and nice. Holy crap. Rank where like he reveals that his aunt passed away. I think I almost started crying because I felt so awful. Like, we've just been having a fun time sewing, and he's having the best time of his life in Place Japan. And then I get hit with she's been taken by the angels, which is kind of funny, but I felt really bad. I felt so bad. And the second time I almost cried with him was when I read his letter at the very end of the game. Like, he's so sweet and funny, and one of the shining moments of this game for me, people say, oh, Akinari is the best social link. No, for me, that's Bebe. I love Bebe so much. He is probably my favorite social link. Early in the game, you unlock a lot of social links, but there's not a whole lot of story going on, and I was getting kind of bored, and it was kind of making me feel numb inside. And then I met Bebe, and I laughed for like the first time in this game. He made me laugh, he made me smile. He saves the beginning half of the game because he gets unlocked so early. So yeah, love you, Bebe. Tanaka, put him up there. Put him up there. Tanaka, it's the same situation that I was having, but with night, because there's not anything to do at night besides go eat. At least in Reload. In Portable, it's even worse. So I like Tanaka. I like that he kind of just never learned. He had a little bit of a moment where he's like, oh yeah, I donated the money. Don't tell anyone. He's so funny and so just unapologetically an asshole. His voice acting in Reload is really good too. Really helps sell it so much more. He's awesome. Mutatsu. I actually like Mutatsu, okay? I just like listening to old people talk. I just love listening to their stories and things they have to say. And this is a monk that just gets drunk and he's divorced. And you know what? It's very entertaining listening to him talk. So I like him. Mamoru, honestly, put him up there with Kenji. I like Mamoru. I think he's an extremely underrated social link. His social link feels like a better done version of Kaz's. They both do track. They're both doing it for very similar reasons. Didn't expect to either, because he shows up during a track meet and then it's like, oh yeah, this is the third track social link, and it's like, that's a lot. I don't think I'm gonna do his. Cause at first it's like, oh yeah, he's a chill guy. Alright. I don't know what makes him interesting or different from the other two track social links. And then I did it, and I was like, oh, I actually like him better than both Yuko and Kaz. So yeah, I think he's the best track social link, like, easily. And I like that they just go to eat. And I like the little detail that he eats really fast. And he eats every time they're out because he doesn't get to when he's at home because he has so many siblings. Like, think little things. Nozomi, the gourmet king. I didn't finish it. I did like 3 or 4 ranks. For those 4 ranks, he was fine. I don't understand why people hate him. Maybe I just didn't make it far enough in the social link to know. But I don't know. He's there. Akinari is really good. I don't think he's the best social link. Does he capture the themes of the game well? Yes, but is he the best social link? I don't think so. Me personally like Bebe, Tanaka, and in Portable, Shinji social link better, but I do think he's one of the better ones. I don't know. Femsi is kind of literally me. I played the game and I kind of just played as myself, and a lot of the dialogue options were things that I would actually say, so I think she's just literally me. You know, people are like, oh, Joker Persona 5, he's just like me for real. Except MC, She's just like me for real. Rio, I finished Rio's, and she's okay. I kind of don't like them forcing her to understand romance. I don't really like that. And I don't like her forced crush on Kenji. I'm like, okay, if they had to put her with anyone, they absolutely had to make her have a crush on someone, I would not choose Kenji. I don't understand why she likes him. I don't know. If anything, I think if I had to choose someone, right? Like, I had to choose someone, it'd probably be Keisuke. I thought about this, and I think they'd be really cute together. Think about it. Okay, hear me out. Keisuke's training to be a doctor, right? He's really good at medical things. We see him help people in his social link. Rio is a sports person. She does a lot of sports, and she's extremely, extremely passionate about it, right? So there's a good chance that she overworks herself sometimes. This is like, I can totally see him taking care of her injuries, like help with taking care of her with anything with sports. Like, I can see it, right? I can see why she would like him then if he's always like taking care of her and like maybe nagging her to not overwork herself and be more careful. I could totally see her developing a crush on him that way. But Kenji? Why? I don't get it. Like, they're reasonable. Oh yeah, he's her childhood friend. They've been friends since they were little. Okay, but what qualities about Kenji does she like? I don't understand, nor do I don't get it. I don't get it. So yeah, that's why I think Keisuke should have been the one. I'm just saying. I like my idea a lot. I'm not a big shipper, but after like thought hard about that idea, I kind of like them together. I like Rio and Keisuke, even though I don't think they interact ever, but if they did, think about it. And also, I think they're really good opposites. Like, Rio's kind of aggressive, kind of loud, a little reckless, and Keisuke is like very chill and smart. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like they're very opposites, but I feel like they're opposites that work together really well. They balance each other out. So that's why. Thanks for hearing me out. Sayori. I'm on rank 9 of Sayori. And I like her. I like her a good amount. Her social link is crazy. Like, a lot of things with Persona 3 social links is that, to me, a lot of them are quite boring. But hers is crazy. Like, there's never a dull moment in Sayori's social link. Holy crap. She gets put through so many unfair, unnecessary things. And it's kind of sad how she's like, oh, I just want people to rely on me, and that'll make me happy as long as I'm useful. And I'm like, oh, there's something underneath here. Ryoji. So obviously with where I am in Persona 3 Portable, I haven't done Ryoji's social link. I did do his link episode. I don't like Ryoji. Like, from the moment he walked in, I didn't like him. And not to mention, when Pharos disappears, Ryoji comes in, and I think that also contributed to it. I'm like, my best friend Pharos is gone, and now this ugly bitch is here. What the fuck? Even though they are just the same person, big difference. Big difference. They're not the same. I don't really like Ryoji. He's here for a month. The only time I think I like him is in his link episode in Reload when they're by the river and he's like, this place used to be an execution site. I thought it was very interesting. I really liked that conversation. And that's it. Otherwise, I don't like him. I don't know. He didn't do anything wrong, per se. But I just, yeah, he hasn't done anything wrong, but I don't like him. And I don't like how he just becomes friends with Junpei off screen in such a short amount of time. Like, what the fuck? That's my bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like his design. In fact, that's probably the first thing that really got me is, oh, I really, really don't. I hate your design. I don't like it at all. Finally, we're at a good game. Yu Narukami. Either here or here. He's got. It's kind of the same thing with Ryoji. I hate his design. He's got this ugly ass haircut that looks awful in like 90% of art. Like there are some moments like on the arena box art where it looks fine, but then it looks so bad. As for protagonist, I didn't really get much personality when I played the game. I watched the anime though, and he's really funny, so that moved him up. And also he's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, so like, yeah. Definitely my least favorite protagonist though. Chie, I like Chie. Me likes Chie. All the Persona 4 characters gonna be an S. I like Chie a lot. I just like her. That's kind of the thing for Persona 4 characters is same with Yukiko. I like them. They're both really funny. I know some people find Chie, specifically her voice, to be annoying, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I've heard the voice actor in many things before, so I don't find her voice to be annoying. I think she's a good foil to Yukiko, who's much more on the calmer, more reserved side, and I like their friendship a lot. Well, friendship. You see the things our shadows are saying? Like, they're just close friends. That's all. They're both really funny. Kanji as well. I like Kanji. He's an awesome character. He's funny. Like, I like his relationship with Naruto. I like a lot. I just like Persona 4 characters. Oh. Well. Over time, I think I've hated Rise less. But I just think she's annoying. And I like when she was the more mellow type of personality, like when she's working at her tofu shop when we first meet her. Like I was like, oh, I kind of like her. I'm like her a lot, and I think that's why I don't like her, is because she reminds me of myself. Her identity issues, her obsessive crush on the protagonist, like she is me. But I think that's why I don't like her. Teddy. Alright, time to get controversial again. I like Teddy, and I'm tired of pretending that I don't. Teddy has his moments, like Yosuke, where I sigh and roll my eyes and go, Teddy. But when he's not being creepy and really flirty towards every girl he sees, he's really funny. Like, he is a sweet character and really funny, and I think his story is interesting. So, unfortunately, he has a lot of moments where he's not like that. And it would all be solved if Teddy didn't live with Yosuke. like I believe that if Teddy lived with like you, he wouldn't have turned out the way he did. So we should all be blaming Yosuke. Like, he doesn't know any better, right? And unfortunately, he lives with someone that also is very similar, which I find out funny when they fight and Yosuke will tell him off for the things Teddy does, even though Teddy clearly learned it from him. Yeah, when Teddy's not being weird, like, he is really funny, and I do giggle at every single bear pun. Now, I really like Naoto. What can I say? Probably S tier, like just slightly above everyone else. Naoto is probably my second favorite character in Persona 4. She's busted in battle, like holy crap. So yeah, I also don't have much to say. Like, I thought this was gonna have the same problem in Persona, like, cause Haru is the last party member in Persona 5, and she doesn't get a lot of time, and I thought it was gonna have the same issue with Naoto. In fact, I thought that was gonna be the same issue for every party member, every last party member. And then that turned out not to be the case, and I was pleasantly surprised. We get a pretty good chunk of time with her, and she feels like a good part of the group. Well, I talk about little screen time, but Shinji's up here. What did I say? Every minute of the screen time he's being awesome and cool and epic. Okay. Sometimes I'm a little mixed on Adachi because I do like him, but I think we don't talk about his violent misogyny and general predatory nature towards women. And I think we don't talk about it a lot because it is kind of just mentioned once towards the end. Whereas the majority of the game, he's just funny, silly, goofy detective guy that is bad at his job. Yeah, I agree. He's like a peer, but sometimes I just remember that and I'm like, I think he's a good villain. Because, like, he's probably the most realistic. Anyone can be like Adachi. You could have been like Adachi. And also, Adachi's voiced by Jang Young Bosch, so I like his social link a lot, even if it is a pain to do because of the days he's available. And I like how he contrasts you, where they're both very similar, but also different. So I do like Adachi. I think he's a good antagonist. Dojima, love Dojima. Love him. Put him next to Adachi. Like, he reminds me a lot of my own father, I think is the reason. Maybe not in the fact that Dojima's a cop. Oh, that's a big difference. But he reminds me a lot in other aspects. And I just... So I you know... Nanako, put her up there. Put her nice. She's the most precious. She's so precious. She is so precious. Bro, I was bawling my eyes out when she got kidnapped, and I was bawling my eyes out when she died. I, no hesitation, threw Namatame in the TV, like, didn't think about it twice, because I was so upset, and I just wasn't thinking rationally at all. And then I felt even more bad, because I got the bad ending, was like, and was genuinely confused that that was the wrong choice. Because I was so blinded by my emotions. Heaven's the best engine. She just likes to sing and dance and go to Walmart. Like, she could do no wrong. She's never done any wrong in her life. She's just so precious. I've seen one Nanako hater in my lifetime, and I hope they're having a bad day. Disliking Nanako is an automatic red flag. The Fox. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of have beef against this fuck-ass Fox. I didn't really do the requests. I don't know, this fox is... It's a fox. It kind of just appears and it sits there and you can pay it absurd amounts of money. Like, it's a fox. He shows up and he's there. Ko and Daisuke, I'm gonna be honest, I have not done most of the Persona 4 side links because I didn't realize I had to get a job in order to unlock them. I picked was an at-home job, and it was like the folding cranes and translating one. And so I just stuck to those. And so I didn't realize that to get social links, I had to work at the other jobs. So, and with the actor and the band girl, my logic was, oh, but I'm already in sport, so that's gonna take up a lot of my time, so I'm not gonna join either one of those. And so the one side social link I did finish was Ko. And I guess Daisuke's there for a lot of it too, so I usually say Ko and Daisuke, so I feel like I can rank both of them. They're high, honestly, like A tier, possibly even higher. A or A+. Honestly, put them in A+. I really like Ko and Daisuke. They're funny. They're just kind of bros. They're really good friends and just really nice. Like, I love both of them. Like I said, I did Ko's. Like, I picked Ko's because I picked basketball. But Daisuke's there for a lot of it too. And like he's also like really good in it. So love them. I love them. And I love that they're so nice and like welcoming because like Yosuke is the first people to like approach Yosuke when he came to Inaba was Ko and Daisuke. The absolute best of bros. And like they're just as welcoming to you when he comes. Like they're awesome. I didn't do Naoki's because he told me to fuck off, and I was like, damn, okay. Like in the anime, they like speedrun a social link during the field trip, and it was nice. It made me like him, but yeah, I kept forgetting to talk to him again, and so I never actually ended up starting it. This lady, I've seen the entirety of her social link. She just likes little boys. That's weird, and she's just weird and creepy and very openly weird and creepy, and I don't like her. Like, I can't think of a single thing about her that I like. I did half of I's social link. I like her a lot as well, honestly. I didn't get to finish it, but I did like her. At first I was kind of on the fence. I was like, she's kind of a bitch. But I also kind of like her? Question mark. And then over time, I've just learned to really like her. I will say one thing I don't like about her social link is that makes it so that Ko is in love with Chie, and that's very strange to me because it's never mentioned in his social link once, I don't think, and it just feels weird. And the only place I believe it's mentioned is I's social link, and just to make it so that like she doesn't have a chance with them, and I don't really like that. It feels weirdly forced. And also I realized I put you and I together. Hee Marie. I guess controversial opinion time again. I really like Marie. I don't understand why people don't like her. Like, people vehemently hate her, and I don't understand why. I think the Hollow Forest has a pretty interesting gimmick. I think it's a fun dungeon. And I like Marie. I love her design. Like, the moment she came on screen, her sort of, like, alt aesthetic that she's got going on, I love it. And I think the game is trying to tell me that her poems are really cringe. And I never got that. But I don't know. I personally didn't think her poems were like bad. I liked reading them. But okay. I think she's integrated into the plot fine. Like, obviously main story, she doesn't really do anything. But in order to get golden content, you need to do hers. And that's how the team kind of gets to know her, through a social link, and then ultimately that turns into all the stuff that happens in golden content. I don't know, I like Mary. I haven't played Ultimax. I have Ultimax, but I haven't played the story yet. But Show Me Nazuki looks cool and funny. So, Joker, put him up there with Tatsuya. Joker's my boy. He's super cool. And he's really goofy. And he's fucking Joker Persona 5. I don't know what you can't like about him. I love Joker. I have like a miniature Joker shrine on my, I don't know what to call it. Morgana. People really, really don't like Morgana. I like Morgana. Okay. Is he kind of just like... Is his story like the same thing as Teddy's, basically? Kind of, yeah. But I never found him annoying. I didn't have a problem not doing things at night sometimes. I know Royal basically took out that issue, and that's the version most people played anyways. I played vanilla first. And I don't know, I never found Morgana annoying. His crush on Ann, I don't think that's annoying. In fact, I think it goes away like halfway through the game and it's mentioned very rarely. It's mostly prominent like the beginning part of the game, but I don't know, I just never found him annoying. And I think he's extremely useful as a support in battle. I always had Morgana on my team for healing. I never took him off. It'd always be the two that enemies are most weak to in the palace and Morgana. Ryuji, honestly, not counting Akechi and Kazumi or Joker, is my favorite Phantom Thief. I don't count Akechi and Kazumi as like real Phantom Thieves in my eyes, but and not counting Joker because Ryuji's probably my favorite Phantom Thief. He was the first social link I finished in both. Sorry, what the fuck is a social link? First confidant. My bad. I finished in vanilla and royal. He's just awesome. He's just this hunk sort of delinquent, and he's the best bro. And I mean, he's the first guy we make friends with. Like, yeah, I don't know. He's always got our back. Just love him. And his persona is so cool. Like, Captain Kid's awesome. I'm so sad he turns into William. Like, what kind of fucking name is that? William. On. Kinda iffy on. Cause I like On. But, like, how much? I do like On. She's probably my favorite female Phantom Thief. But I don't know. She's not super high. But I think just A. Not quite A+, but A, yeah. Move Marie up, honestly. Yeah, okay. I think she's super cool. I like the way that her entire arc kind of happens within the first one with Kamoshida. I really like it. It's very empowering, and she's kind of awesome for that. And her persona, Carmen, awesome. She looked awesome. Yusuke. I really liked Yusuke before, but since playing Strikers, he's on the same level as Ryuji. Like, I know I said Ryuji's my favorite Phantom Thief, but he's tied with Yusuke. I just really like Yusuke. He's so funny. I think Yusuke's got a bad introduction because what he tries to get on to do right after the Kamoshida arc just happened, and it kind of sets him up to look like a creep, but he really isn't. So I think he's got kind of a bad introduction, but you quickly learn that that's just not like him at all. When you first meet him till later in the game, he feels like a completely different character. I think that's simply because of the way he's framed in his introduction, which is unfortunate. He does just turn out to be a very good character. I mean, like, afterwards. He's funny. I like his passion for art as an artist myself. He's a starving artist trope, and it's I don't know, I really like him. His awakening's super duper awesome too. Like they all are, but that's one of my favorites, honestly. Makoto. I don't like Makoto. I know her whole thing is she's a goody two shoes pushover. She goes delinquent. She rebels. She's no longer the goody two shoes. But I never get that sense. I don't like uptight, smart characters. Like, I just don't. I don't know. And also, she wants to become a cop. It's a personal thing. In Strikers, I thought she was fine. On like the fourth or fifth jail at that point. At this point. And in Strikers, I thought she was fine, actually. I went from hating her to thinking she was fine. And then she brings up the idea of being a cop. And has that talk with Senkichi while Joker is driving. And the whole time, I'm just thinking, Joker must be extremely uncomfortable sitting there throughout the whole thing. And like, even Haru in multiple points, like, oh, we just don't like the police, that's all. And Makoto wants to become a cop. I don't, like, our whole thing is being against cops. Makoto. And so that made me mad, kind of. And I remembered that I don't like her. So I don't like Makoto. Sorry. Futaba. I think Strikers has kind of pushed everyone up a little bit. I like Futaba before was like fine, I suppose. But I feel like she's a lot funnier to me in Strikers. Like, she was funny before, I guess. I mean, there were quite a few moments where she kind of just made me cringe, but I think her palace is really good. I didn't get to do her Social Link in Royal or Vanilla because of the stat block, unfortunately. I can kind of relate with her hard time socializing, although it persists in her in her confidant, but like in game, it's not really brought up again after like they go to the beach. Like, it's like, oh yeah, we fixed it, now she's okay. Like, she isn't, but you know, it doesn't feel nearly as prominent anymore. Like, I don't know. She's funny though in Strikers and a lot. I do like her. Haru would be in like C tier, but Strikers bumped her up so much. Like, I don't have any thoughts about her in Persona 5. She's there, I guess. But Strikers, she's so funny. Like, we just don't like the police is all. She's just so funny. And I like that it kind of touches on how she feels about her father's death, because she was like, oh yeah, and I was trying to hold it all inside. And that makes sense because, like, in game, I feel like she doesn't really have too much of a reaction, and it's not really brought up after Akumura's death. But here she was explaining she was trying to hold it all inside. It kind of eats away at her a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I like that. This feels like something that should have been addressed in the original game, but you know what? At least it is. And you know what? This is nice. I like her relationship with Mariko and Strikers. I find it really sweet. Akechi, my beloved. I like Akechi. Like, the twist was very obvious from the beginning to me, but I still found it interesting. And this was from someone who played Vanilla first. And then I played Royal. And third semester is such a treat. He's so over the top. It's so funny. And I think it really adds to his character a lot. Like, we get to know the real Akechi more. And I really like it. So, he was already pretty high up when I played Vanilla, but then Royal, like, made me like him even more. So, okay, I'm not gonna put Kazumi with the groomers here, but I know that she is low. She's really low. I don't like her. I don't like her Sumire personality very much either. Not that you see it very much. For most of the game, when she's being Kazumi, and even then, I don't call her Sumire. Or as the game says, Sumire. I don't call her that, I just call her Kazumi. just out of spite, because I don't like her, and it is messed up. Because for most of the game, she's just this basic, boring, like, oh, I'm happy and positive and nice. My flaws that I'm bad at cooking. Like, congrats, join the party of all the other girls who can't cook in this series for some reason. I just don't like her. I think she's very poorly integrated into the story. They forced her into so many scenes so unnaturally, and I just, when she's Sumire, she's like, okay. Like, I don't have any thoughts about that because I feel like I don't see it a lot. And it's like she's so just nice girl that it makes me mad. Like, she's so boring, it makes me mad. And so I really, really don't like her. And I don't, like, there would be these like, moments with her, Akechi, and Joker, the three of them, the royal trio, as people would call them. It's like 2 or 3 scenes, like very short ones. And every single time, it's like an interesting conversation with Akechi, and then she'll talk, and I'm like, oh, right, she's here. Yeah, if those moments were just Akechi and Joker, I think it would have been, I would have liked them a lot more. But then Kasumi talks, and it's like, oh, that's right, she's here too. And it's not a shipping thing. I don't ship Shuake. I don't even like Shuake. I just think those scenes would be better if Kasumi wasn't there. Maruki, on the other hand, Maruki, my beloved. I did a character sorter on top of it that kind of sorts the characters based on how much you like them. And Maruki was tied for first with Yosuke and Shinji. I didn't realize I liked Maruki that much. In fact, put him up there because the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, maybe I do like Maruki that much. This is gonna cause concern, but he is me. We share a lot of core values and beliefs that are at my core that kind of like really defines me and a lot of the things that I do and think. We share a lot of those. So in the game, games that he's wrong, it personally hurt me. On a personal level, it was like, is my entire way of thinking like wrong? It kind of set me into a spiral. Like, man, I'm doing what I think I do and think these things that I think are right, but is actually everything that I've done and or want to do like wrong? Because I've dreamt more than once of a perfect reality where everyone is happy and nobody's endured suffering, and I've wished for that reality a lot. And in my mind, I'm kind of like the therapist friend almost. Not even like, I don't even have to be friends with someone and people will like just spill their guts out and their troubles to me. I could fix it for you. And not even just wish, I've definitely tried multiple times with multiple people. I always am trying to fix everyone's issues. Like myself, so they don't have to. It's I share a lot of my favorite part is during the quiz on like what would Maruki do in this situation, where you have to pick the answer. You have to pick what Maruki would do in this specific scenario. And they give you rooms so that the characters can talk about it and like give you an idea of what the right answer is. I did not have to sit down and think about it because I'm like, okay, let me see something. I'm gonna try and do this, but I'm going to pick what I would do. Like, I'm not gonna try and pick what Maruki would do. I'm not gonna think about what he would do. I'm going to see what happens if I pick what I would do. I got all of those questions right. I picked all of the choices that Maruki would have. I got all of those right and made it through that. Bro, me and Maruki share so much, and not to mention his confidant. It's a bunch of psychology jargon, okay? And I know there are people that don't like it. I understand. It's a lot of psychology jargon. But I have a very heavy interest in psychology, and I was very fascinated with everything that he had to say, and I think there's a lot of discussion that I was making there to myself as I was reading it. I find it super duper interesting. I think third semester is awesome. I think Maruki's awesome. And admittedly, yes, I got the ending where they all stay in the perfect reality the first time. Yeah, Akechi asked me what we're doing, and I said we're accepting his deal. It took an extremely long time for me to figure out why what Maruki was doing was bad. And it frustrated me a lot because other people got it, and it felt like it should have been so easy to understand why this was wrong, and I couldn't get it. Like, no matter how hard I tried to rack my brain, I couldn't understand it because just at my core, I share a lot of those same ideas, and so it was really, really hard for me to personally try and like figure out why the perfect reality was wrong and everything Marky was doing was wrong. Like, when I first played, I'm like, the only bad thing I can really think that he's done is make Sumire think that she was Kazumi. That's kind of fucked up. But that's it. But I think I understand now. That being said, I still relate with him heavy. I fuck with him heavy. Sojiro's good. Like, he's awesome. What more can I say? I don't like this bitch. I hate Chihaya. Honestly, maybe put her down there. 100,000 yen to start this social link. Apparently you get all the money back by the end of it, but I didn't finish it. I didn't have time to finish it. I did like a decent amount. She's just those annoying horoscope astrology type girlies. And I don't like those people, so I don't like her. I don't like when this woman was I believe she was being abused by her husband, so she went to Chihaya and she was gonna give her this magic fucking rock, this rock, and was like, hey, this will give you good luck and like solve your problems with your husband. And Joker had to step in and be like, no, what's his name? Like, that really made me mad. And she just really believes all this stuff is real, and I find it really annoying, and I think in that case I find it kind of insensitive. Yeah, I don't like, and also she took 100,000 yen from me. EY is cool, he's gun dad. Me likes him. Kemi's fine. I definitely liked her a lot more when I first started the game, and as time went on, she's fine. I didn't start to like her less, I just started to like other characters more, but I still like her. She's a goth doctor. Like, come on. I don't like Kawakami. Honestly, yeah, no, put her down here. She's not, the nurse and Toriyumi, they both have, like, just actual crushes on the main character. Kawakami may not, but I still feel highly uncomfortable with her. If she was just like this tired, overworked, underpaid teacher, like every teacher, I think I would like her. Like, if they focused on that, I think I would like her. But she's got this side job as a maid and visits her student. Like, I understand that, like, he kind of has that blackmail over her, and so she's like, hey, I'll do anything if you just don't, like, tell anyone. Okay. However, she dresses up and keeps with the maid shtick when she does it. And she doesn't have to. Like, she doesn't need to keep up, like, the maid shtick act. Well, I feel like she doesn't need to. But she does it anyways. Like, I don't know. I feel fairly uncomfortable with their social link. To which I feel like people are gonna call me critical, because I like Oya a lot. I really like Oya. Now, I didn't romance Oya because that felt weird to me, but she is my best girl from Persona 5. And I don't understand the hate. From what I can understand, it's because she's an alcoholic. But, like, why is that where you draw the line? I don't understand. Maybe it's because I personally have lived with people that have had alcohol issues, and I don't know, she's not like an abusive alcoholic. She has a problem, clearly, but like, I don't know, she's just so like eccentric and like, she's so eccentric. That's the best way I can describe her, and I love her energy. I don't know, I don't understand the hate. Is it because she lies about dating a kid? I agree, she should have been fired for that, like on the spot. And I think it's bullshit she wasn't. But it's kind of funny that she made up a lie that was way worse than what she was actually doing. I don't know. I like Oya a lot. I love her energy. I like her friendship with Lala. Like, she's my best girl. I don't understand the hate. Shinya. I like Shinya. Like, honestly, I like Shinya. I think his think was interesting, and it gives like an insane skill with the gun. Like, all of them are gun skills, and I like him. Like, all the kid characters are ranked high because I just have a soft spot for kids. And if you hate them, I don't get it. You don't want to protect them and like love them? Like, I don't, like, I think he's cool. I felt really bad with the stuff with his mom. I can sort of get it. And also, he's got this Get Smoked hat. And also, his jacket says noobs on it. Like, both of those are so funny. He's just a cool kid. Hifumi. I like Hifumi. I don't think I finished her confidant in either game. I think I got pretty close to it both times, and then I just didn't. She gives the ability to swap party members during battle, which playing the game without that feels so wrong, by the way. I feel like that should just be a thing, but I get why it's a skill, kind of. I think she's just cool. Like, when I see her, I think I see her and I'm like, I don't ship her with Joker, I ship her with Waffles. If you've seen Joseph Anderson's Persona 5 playthrough, you get what I mean. Like, that specific, like, version of Joker, Waffles, is who I see her with. Okay, another sort of controversial opinion. I really like Mishima. He's like my second best boy, maybe? Like, I like him. I totally get why he's obsessed with the Phantom Thieves. I mean, they saved his life. And I kind of like the character arc he goes throughout his confidant a lot, where he sort of just gets obsessed with. Like, I really like that character arc, and I like how we don't have to change his heart, because he's so good of a person, he just ends up realizing on his own and changes on his own. Yeah, that's my boy. I didn't do the politician. I've never seen anyone do the politician, so I have no thoughts on him. Sai. I like Sai. She's cool, I guess. She's got the best palace, that's for sure. Besides, like, Maruki's. But I don't have too much to say about her. It was kind of fucked up when she was unnecessarily beamed to Makoto. But I get it, she was kind of stressed with her job. Man, she has to live with Makoto. But she's cool. Sophia. I was kind of on the fence about Sophia at first, because I was like, I don't know if I like her that much, because it's kind of like the Kasumi thing, where I just don't like overly nice characters. I don't know. But I really like her. She's funny. I like her trying to learn more about the emotions and, like, you know, how people feel. I think I just like the robot turned human type trope because it's the same thing with I guess. But I really like her. I think I hate playing as her though. I never play as Sophia because I hate the way she plays so much. Like, I think that kind of almost made me not like her because of the way she plays, but her as a character is good. Okay. Same with Senkichi. Put him high. Honestly, put him in S. He's so funny. He is so funny, and his voice acting is so good. Like, it almost just kind of sounds like he's just talking normally. Like, he just sounds like so real. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it kind of doesn't sound like he's acting. So he's so funny. He cracks me up every single time he's on screen. I love him. And I love his dynamic with the Phantom Thieves. Okay, so I've played a little bit of Persona Q, and by a little bit, I mean the 3rd floor of the first labyrinth. It's not very far. Haven't even met the Persona 3 cast yet. But honestly, I'm gonna rank them anyways. I like them. No, I think I put them right there, yeah. I like Zen and Ray. Like, I like their dynamic. I like the way they play, I guess. And they just seem funny. They seem so kind of goofy. And honestly, I am having a hard time imagining them interacting with the Persona 3 cast with how goofy they are. Because their like energy and like vibes matches the investigation team so well that I feel like that they integrate really well with them, especially for like OC characters in a side game. I'm interested to see how they interact with C's. All that's left, I guess, are Velvet Room attendants. Okay. And Philemon. I don't know if Philemon counts as a... Anyways. Philemon, he's cool. I like when he made a bet with Gnarly. And he just looks cool. Like, honestly, like, bring him back. Like, their excuse is, oh, he's the blue butterfly. Well, in Persona 5, the blue butterfly is Labenza, and in Persona 4, I don't know. I'm choosing to believe that it's not him. They just want an excuse to not actually bring him back. Persona 3, I can't even think of any blue butterflies in Persona 3 besides the reload opening. Is that Palemon? Like, bring him back, but like actually. Igor's always cool. Igor's my goat. He's always cool. Okay, Elizabeth is my favorite Velvet Room attendant, like by far. Where did I put her? It's probably A tier. Elizabeth is my favorite. She's so just silly goofy, and so every moment with her is just is so fun. I love her. And I didn't think I would like her this much, like, at all. Theo's kind of like the same thing, but I haven't really, like, I've done 2 of his dates, and they were both really funny. The first one was kind of with the fountains, is like the exact same thing as Elizabeth's almost. The one where they go around and eat food is like pretty different, I think, and it was also very funny. I can't wait to experience more. He'll probably be up there with Elizabeth. Oh, he's also in Q. That's right. Okay, I can't wait for him in Q as well. I'm excited for more Theo because he just seems like Elizabeth, silly goofy. Like silly goofy in like different ways though. So he'll probably move up here, honestly, when I'm done with all that. Margaret, honestly, she's probably my least favorite, and I hate to say that because she is so pretty and gorgeous and a queen. I love her. With her personality, I can't really like words to describe her personality. She's probably my least favorite Velvet Room attendant, honestly. Except, I think Justine actually ties with her. I don't know, there's like a trend of characters that are kind of like, you can see with similar personalities that I don't really like all that much. I feel like Margaret, Justine, Mitsuru, Makoto, Reload Hiko, honestly. There's just a type of character I don't really like, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like very specific. I just don't click well with them or those kind of people. I like Caroline though, honestly. I do like Caroline a lot. And I like Lavenza. Jose. Okay, Jose is a very similar thing to Pharaohs in that the lore I've made up for him, which was funny, makes me like him a lot. I'm gonna put him up there for the funniest next to Pharaohs as well. But my lore for him is because the game doesn't give him any lore, the game doesn't explain Jose ever. I was waiting for them to, and then they just never did. He just kind of exists. So, my lore, and yes, okay, I just realized, I know his name in the game is pronounced Josie. I know, but I've never seen Josie spelt that way. Like, there's no I in there. I've never seen Josie spelled that way. So I call him Jose, because it's spelt like Jose. So I believe it should be Jose. And so my lore is that he's a lost child from Mexico. Like, he drove in his car to Japan because he got lost. And yes, I do mean he drove his car to Japan. And he ended up in Japan and he's just lost. And the reason why he says he wants to study humans and learn about humans is because his Japanese isn't very good. So that's what Joker hears whenever Jose speaks. When in reality, he just means that he wants to like study the culture of Japan and like the customs of Japan. But his Japanese isn't good, so he can't get that across. So he just says like, "Oh, I'm studying humans." That's my lore on Jose. Because the game doesn't provide any lore, might as well make some up on my own. And I think it's really funny, and so I really like Jose because of that. I guess there's also these guys from Cool, but I don't, because they're in Persona 2. And I mean, they're really cool. I do like them. I like that she's the one singing the Velvet Room song and he's the one playing the piano. This guy, he's there. And you can duplicate cards from him, I believe. I don't have much to say because I don't know, there's not a lot to them, I feel like. But I think they're all cool. I'll say that. That's everyone. I can confidently give a ranking to. If we're being really honest and like actually genuine, like they'd be here. This is the final tier list. Feel free to tell me my opinions are bad, and yup. I just once I play Persona 1 and 2 and the spin-offs and my new game plus run of Persona 4 so I can do the other social links, I'll get back to you and I'll update the tier list, I suppose. So yeah.